Hey everyone, today I want to tell you 17 functional ways to use washi tape in your planner. Now, this is my washi tape collection right here. I know if you are anything like me, you might have been down the Instagram rabbit hole or maybe on Pinterest where you've seen people with those beautiful like acrylic drawers where they have their hundreds of washi tapes all organized, and it is beautiful. But for me, I'm happy to just put it in here. I have my little label maker label here that says washi tape. If you're like me, you also love your label maker. Just because these boxes, they sell at Michael's for $1.99 on sale. And for me, I don't need it to be like a whole display thing. I can just put it in this box and tuck it away and then pull it out when I use my planner. So I just counted through my box here. I have 66 washi tapes, which on one hand feels like a lot, and on another hand, I've seen people with like hundreds. Now you may be wondering, do I have a favorite? Well, I have this gold sparkle washi tape, so that should answer your question. So anyway, there is a little mini peek into the box of all of my washi tapes. So let's go ahead and I'll tell you some ways to functionally use washi tape in your planner. I'm going to begin with a monthly overview. So the first thing that I like to do with washi tape is to put washi tape if I'm going on a vacation. Now vacations feel like a lifetime ago. I'm sure so many of you feel that way. But when I used to go on vacation back in the day, I'd write like vacation or wherever I was going, and then I would put a bunch of arrows. And sometimes, like if you were lucky enough to be able to go away for a whole week, which is, you know, rare, but it did happen once in a while, you'd have just like a million arrows. And it wasn't bad, but it didn't look nice. So instead, I started using washi tape, and it looks like this. Like it just looks really nice and clean. And if your vacation plans change, I have found washi tape to be easily removable from pages without ripping the pages up. You'll have to let me know if you've had that experience with your washi tape, but it's been really good. So the first way I like to use it is for vacations. The second is time off. So sometimes you might have time off from work or school or whatever it is, and it's easy to sort of forget. Sometimes you get busy even though you are looking forward to maybe having a little bit of a break. So putting the washi tape on those periods of time where you're off is a little reminder that you have a little break there. The third way that I like to use it on the monthly overview is for family or friend visits. So I used to do the same thing as I did with vacations, where I would write so-and-so's visiting and put a million little arrows, and it just, again, doesn't look as neat as it could. It's not bad, but it's not great either. And it's nice because if somebody changes their plans, kind of like I said with vacation, you can always just trim the washi tape. So that's been another way that I've used it in the monthly view. The fourth way is other travel. So maybe it's not a long vacation, maybe it is a trip home, it's a trip for somebody's wedding, it's a work conference, something like that. But again, any type of travel or event is a great opportunity to use washi tape on the monthly view. The fifth way that you can use washi tape in your planner is to use it for your paydays. So I recently did a little mini haul at the Dollar Tree. I didn't get a ton of stuff. You can watch it here if you want. And I got some planner stickers there. And one thing that I mentioned in that video was that sometimes I feel like planner sticker books have payday stickers, but there's like 10 of them. And if you get paid weekly, or maybe you have a full-time job and a part-time job and you work contractually and you just get paid at different times, or one of those combinations, you need more payday stickers than that. So you can take washi tape and make squares, triangles, or little flags, and you can use those as your payday stickers. Similar to number 5, you can use washi tape in different shapes to indicate when your bills are due, which is good because it's just nice sometimes to have a reminder through the month of when things are due so you don't forget. Number 7, squares for your work. So maybe it's hard to write in, like, depending on the size of your planner, work, and then the hours. So you could just cut a little piece of washi tape into a square and then put your hours next to it. If you have a job where your shifts change frequently, or maybe sometimes you work AM shifts, sometimes you work PM shifts, sometimes you have a middle of the day shift, it's nice to have an option where you can just put the sticker in and write the hours next to it. It's also good, like I mentioned earlier, if you work contractually, like for example, I did VIP Kid for a really long time. Actually, I'm still signed up with them, so I've thought about picking up a class, we'll see, but that's a side note. But I could do, like VIP Kid, their colors are orange, so I could do an orange piece of washi tape if I'm teaching VIP Kid, and then, maybe I pick blue or green or whatever my favorite color is for my full-time job. So you have different colors throughout your planner, and it would indicate which job that you're working and your schedule. And last one for the monthly view, number 8, appointments. So you can take a piece of washi tape and cut it into a flag. Again, this one is pretty self-explanatory, but you can use it for appointment stickers, especially if you're running low on those. All right, so those are my ideas for the monthly. Here are some ideas for a weekly view. So number 9 is that you can use washi tape in your tracker if you have one. Now, I think this would get really I think it would be a lot if you did this for everything, but I'll give you an example. So one thing I've been trying to do is I realized, like, since everything started with the pandemic and my life is so different now than it was a year ago, I walk way less. So I just got a tracker to help me figure out how many steps I'm walking, and I'm gonna start off small. I wanna walk way more than I do, but I was like, okay, listen, you need to walk 5,000 steps a day. Just start there. And if you can't do that, you need to exercise for 20 minutes a day. So I feel like those are like really reasonable goals to start off with, and it's been going really well. But if I do both of those goals on one day, I get a piece of gold washi tape. So if I do just my step goal or just my exercise goal, I get a check. But if I do both, I get a piece of gold washi tape. So as you know, I really love this. So I think that could be good if you want to use it that way, but I don't think I would use washi tape for a tracker like the entire thing, because I think that would be very cumbersome. But this is a little fun thing that I've been doing lately, and it's been really working. Number 10, use different colors as labels. So if you were in a time crunch, but you like the idea of color coding things, you can always use flare pens, highlighters, something like that. But sometimes it's nice to see what something looks like. So when I look at my planner, I see chores, errands, exercise, cleaning, and I see different tasks associated with them and a different color. So it kind of lets me know if my chores for the day or my things that I need to do for the day are errand heavy, cleaning heavy, or what have you. So having that to color code things helps keep me organized, but it also looks nice as well. Number 11, cover up things that did not work well. I'll give you an example. So last year I had a passion planner, love the passion planner. I think it's amazing, it's fantastic, highly recommend, like really can't recommend it enough, it's great. However, I didn't like the hourly view, and I do believe they've come out with a non-hourly option. I would have to look into that, but it doesn't mean that you can't make the hourly view work, so you can just take washi tape and cover up the hours, and so you just have line columns and you can put whatever to-do list you have in there. So that worked out really well for me. Number 12, cover up mistakes. Sometimes we make them in the planner. You know, you try to do something fancy with your handwriting and it just doesn't go as planned. So you can use washi tape to decorate it and make it look nice. Number 13, decorative. Now, I know I said I was going to stick to this being mostly functional, but in my new plum planner, which actually I unboxed here, it was such a great purchase. It's really big. I think next year I might go down one size, maybe to the medium, but I really love my planner. I got the vertical and there are columns, and at the bottom there are boxes. And so I started using some washi tape on there and it just looks really nice. So mostly functional, but I have been enjoying using it a little bit decoratively too. All right, so moving away from the weekly, in my current planner, I have a monthly highlight page, which I really like. But the only thing is that not everything is something that is going to be useful to me. So for example, it has a category for birthdays. Well, I'm not gonna write birthdays in there because I took the time to add every single human I know and their birthday into my calendar so that it would come pre-printed, and it looks amazing. Like, I'm really glad I went the extra step and paid the little bit extra for it. So because I did that and it appears on the monthly view, I'm not going to put it in the monthly highlight section overview. And when I look at my planner, I think, what can I do with that? So I'm going to use some washi tape and make sure that I can repurpose it. So I cover it up and I put other categories in there that are more useful to me, and that way I can still use the page. And finally, moving to the back of the planner, you all know how much I love lined paper, just having extra pages at the back. So number 15 is an area to put lists. So I always think that it's nice to have ongoing categories to write things down throughout the year so you don't forget. So for example, holiday cards. I like to send holiday cards, but sometimes the holidays get busy and you forget, like, who am I gonna send one to? Or don't forget this, or don't forget that, or they moved, so you need to remember to send things to their new address and not their old address. So having a list in the back of whatever, that was just an example, is really nice. And you can use your washi tape to make beautiful lists and keep everything really neat and organized too. Number 16, your budget layout. So actually this is my first YouTube video that I ever made, and I did a budget layout, and I think my gold washi tape was one of the washi tapes that I used. And one of the bonuses of using washi tape when you make a list or a budget or anything you make is that you're going to have straight lines, which is going to make things look really neat and clean, and I'm sure you enjoy that as much as I do. So if you're making a budget and you want to track your spending, if you want to track your bills, I can't recommend using washi tape highly enough. And lastly, number 17, repurposing pre-printed pages. It took me several tries to say that. Pre-printed pages. Anyway, so for example, in my plum planner, they have things in the back for writing down your passwords or contact information, and I'm not going to use those, but I don't want to rip out the pages either. I can repurpose them. So for example, I'm looking right now at my passwords page, which says website, username, and password. Well, since I'm not going to do that, but I might want to turn it into something else, I can cover up those things with washi tape, use some fake calligraphy, and for example, I'm going to turn this into a wish list. Having a wish list has really helped me with my budgeting, just because instead of impulsively buying everything that I want, I'll write something down and I will think about it and I'll plan for it and budget for it, and then I'll order it when the time comes. So I was able to redo that, and it's just a really great way to use the pages that are in there, even if it's not for their intended purpose. So that's been a nice way to not waste pages in the back. So there you have it, 17 functional ways to use washi tape in your planner. I would love to know if there are any main things that I missed or things that you do that I don't. So if you have those ideas, leave them in the comments below. And if you have pictures maybe on your Instagram and you want to leave your Instagram handle below, I would love to look at them. I just always love looking at people's planners. So anyway, thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.